And then y'all come on in. Somebody wanted me to go live too, so fuck it. I went live. The verdict is in. Just waiting. Just wait. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Let me go grab. Let me go grab some. Let me grab some, y'all. Trying to find my copy. Now, I don't have to be in New York to get the verdict. You don't have to be in New York. I'm trying to find the key. There it goes. Give me a second, y'all. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I have to run downstairs. I'm sorry. A lot of people's annoyed. Give me a second. All right, y'all, I'm back. I'm waiting too. Yeah, come on in, y'all. Come on in. I'm waiting too, y'all. Mhm. Thank you, Brooklyn. I'm waiting. I got my phone right here. I'm waiting too. What's up, the bullets? Come on in. Share the video, y'all. Share the video. Let me go. Let me share the video. Let me share my video. Pray, y'all. Pray, pray, pray. Yeah, they need to hurry up quick. Thank you, Miss Gigi. Share my video. Share my video. Let me get my other phone. Hold on. Let me get my other phone, y'all. I'm just waiting to. Let me get my other phone. Get my other phone. God, you gotta move, God. I know it's already done in your name. Just let us hear this, God. Come on with it, God. This man need to be free. What? Say what? What? That ain't what I'm here. Let me check something. Hold on, y'all. No. Hold on, y'all. Hold fast. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, they're guilty of. Wow. It's crazy. Yep, guilty on 5 counts. So what is all these people waiting on? So what is all them waiting on to hear now? They say it's racketeering guilty. It's a fucked up system, man. Yeah. One man is responsible for fucking racketeering. Oh, Jesus. Man, this shit crazy, man. Angelo's still a bitch. He's still a bitch ass nigga. He make him worse of a bitch. Straight up. It's all right. He get a pill. Man. Oh yeah. This goes to the higher up courts. This hold on, y'all. It's on Twitter. Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna show it to y'all on Twitter. Yeah. Some bullshit. That's why they wanted that fucked up ass sequestered juror. Hold on, y'all. They said I got a text and said he's guilty on all. He's guilty on all charges. Yeah. They say he's guilty on all charges. I just got a text. This is crazy. Yeah. Yeah. No. Guilty on all charges. Yes. Oh, I just got a text. Yep. Yeah. It ain't over yet. It ain't over. They gonna let him out. Angelo, you still a bitch ass nigga. You still a bitch ass nigga. And your daughter ain't going no fucking well. Her career still fucked up. Straight up. That's just how I feel. You motherfuckers conspired against this man, man. All you motherfuckers teamed up with Lifetime, the record labels, all you motherfuckers teamed up with the government. Get the fuck out of here, man. Straight up, man. Man. So right. He go get that pill. He go get that pill. He go get that appeal. He go get it. Yeah. Yeah. You're guilty on all charges, man. Motherfuckers. And all the motherfuckers sit up there and lie. Man, this is some straight bullshit. It was said that Donnelly was visibly upset. It was said that I guess Ann Donnelly was visibly upset. But I guess she probably can't believe this shit. It's some bullshit. It said that Ann Donnelly was visibly upset when they read the verdict. You know, she should be. You dumb motherfucker. You should have gave that man his mother. All right, CNN. Let me go to CNN. Hold on, y'all. Let me go to CNN. Let me go to CNN. Hold on. I'm gonna go to CNN real quick, y'all. Hold on. Let y'all listen to it. Some bullshit, man. They know it's some bullshit. It's all good. God will come back. God will get this one. I can't stand that bitch ass nigga, man. Y'all niggas do this to that man like that. Y'all the motherfuckers shit y'all motherfuckers. Man, y'all money. I ain't never seen no money on you motherfuckers in my life, man. Let me go to this CNN, y'all. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Let me go to CNN. Let me go to CNN. Hold on. Let me go to CNN. I'm going to CNN right now. Give me a second. Let y'all hear for yourself. Bullshit. No, this system fucked up, man.
Videotapes to hear the audio. And this has been 25 years in the making, according to the prosecution, that he used his platform, he used his fame, his music fame, to lure young girls into his circle, and then had a team of people around him, employees, agents, managers, others in his circle to create this.
But why the fuck wasn't none of them charged?
So not surprising that
if it's a racketeer, it's supposed to be more than one motherfucker.
Anywhere from 10 years to life. And this is only the beginning, because there are other jurisdictions that also have filed charges against him.
Gene, we did hear a lot of details about the case, but not all of them. Was this case more shrouded in secrecy in terms of transcripts and things because some of the women were minors at the time?
Sexual assault victims. And that can create a situation where things are sealed. I want to talk about what.
And then none of them go to the police station.
Because the indictment and the testimony went onward from the sexual exploitation, sex trafficking, to the production of videos where these young women, many of them minors, were forced to do things before the camera.
This ain't the time to be
Right
beefing, y'all.
before
Straight up.
the trial ended, we know that the jury was able to see some video. The media was not allowed to look at it at all. We don't know what it was, but it corroborated what these young women were saying. Well, today, the media was actually able to hear some of the audio. I've seen some of it in writing. It is not appropriate for air. What these women were told to do, told to say back to R. Kelly, so they place R. Kelly in the room. And remember, this was a criminal enterprise. It involved R. Kelly. It involved handlers, managers, agents, people to the side of R. Kelly, but he was the head of it. And so he is the one that was charged.
And
So why they didn't charge nobody else?
Convictions. So that's usually reserved for like organized crime. So how does this fit?
This is some bullshit.
You're right, Allison. Usually when we think of racketeering, we're thinking of mob bosses. We're thinking of the mafia. We're not thinking of sexual predators like R. Kelly. But the federal prosecutors in this case wanted to and did an effective job of making the case that this just wasn't about one incident. It wasn't about multiple incidents. It was about a criminal enterprise that was carried out over years, involving different states, involving different.
He got violating the Mann Act, 8 counts, with 14 underlying acts, including kidnapping, forced labor, and sex trafficking. Yo, bitches, man, we take a picture of this shit.
Decision given the Me Too movement, and particularly to see someone we've seen Bill Cosby and Harvey Weinstein, and now R. Kelly being held accountable for, in this case, decades of sexual assault and violence against young girls and women.
Gene, we are
That's
getting
some bullshit.
more information now that he has been convicted of 9 counts, I believe, including the sex trafficking charges and that racketeering.
Wow.
So they're just announcing it, slowly. First was the racketeering, and now the sex trafficking, because it would have been unimaginable for him not to be given what you've just said was the evidence presented in the court.
And sex trafficking was a part of the racketeering also, but the Mann Act specifically focuses in on sex trafficking, as just you're saying right here. This jury was 7 men and 5 women. It was a very diverse jury. It was a jury that listened to so much testimony, woman after woman. Here's one example. There was a former radio DJ intern who says that R. Kelly invited her to interview him. I mean, what a thing, right? When you're just an intern and he asks you, you can interview me.
Wow.
She went to his studio in Chicago. She said she
Now,
was
let me
placed
see,
in a
y'all. Let me
room.
put
She
this
realized
on the
she
screen.
couldn't get out. And this was for days. She was finally given food. She remembers passing out and awaking and seeing R. Kelly readjusting his clothes. And so she believes that she was drugged, sexually assaulted.
Wow.
That is one example.
Wow. And didn't make no police report, huh?
That does obviously.
Nobody make a police report? Fuck out of here.
As Ariba just brought up. Ariba, tell us again, now that
So now y'all make it, it's like a person can say anything and do anything.
He's 84 years old, I believe. How much time is he looking at?
Man.
Yeah, he's looking at a minimum of 10 years and a maximum of life in prison. And again, as I said, Allison, this is just in this one case. There are other jurisdictions that are also going to try him. I think it's also interesting to note, Allison, the defense in this case was primarily that these women were all liars, that they were gold diggers, that they purposely associated themselves with R. Kelly because they were trying to advance their music careers. And that they were voluntary participants in sexual acts. And I think at one point the lawyer even said, it's not a crime to like kinky sex. He made references to the fact that these were consenting adults. And the jurors obviously unequivocally rejected those claims by his defense attorney and found that these were not consenting adults, that these were children, that these were violent acts, these were criminal acts, and they're holding R. Kelly accountable.
Wait, but one more question on that. Because of the echoes of Bill Cosby, same thing, the old he said, she said, no. She said, she said, she said, she said, she said, as we've learned.
So
and the arguments that that this was all consensual, it's absurd. But isn't it interesting that this is the verdict now, because 13 years ago, R. Kelly was acquitted of child pornography charges at a state trial. So, obviously there's been a sea change.
a major sea change, Allison, in the way that we listen to, the way that we believe, and the way that we receive claims.
And you know what I
by
believe,
women that have been
and
sexually
this is just my
assaulted. And,
opinion,
for many
I
years,
believe
women come forward and
that
tell
they
us that
doing this
we're not
because of the
believed, that we're actually
2008 trial.
lying.
I truly believe that
By
those
jobs,
jurors
by employers,
knew about the
don't you believe,
2008 trial as
since
well.
that time, that there's more understanding, there's more empathy,
Motherfuckers.
there's a greater understanding that there are lots of reasons why women don't
This
always
conspiracy,
come
man.
forward right after they were sexually assaulted. We understand that better now. And
It's a
the public,
fucking
I think,
conspiracy.
by sending a strong message in this case, fed up. Enough is enough. And men who engage in this kind of conduct are going to be held accountable, and that accountability is going to look like long prison sentences. So, not surprised by this verdict, and I don't think anyone that's been following this trial is surprised because the nature of the evidence presented by the prosecutor is so compelling.
Aruna Martin, Jean Casares, thank you very much for helping us understand all of this breaking news. Okay, now the FBI releases worrying statistics, really alarming statistics about violent crime. The murder rate had the largest single-year increase in half a century. So next, we're going to figure out why.
Go ahead.
So, hey, what's up, everybody? I'm sure you all heard the news. I'm gonna say this, man. Kevin, I'm not gonna cuss on your panel, bro. It's messed up. It's not fair. And I want everybody to plan the picture real quick. Just think what was said, right? For the past, 2 years, a particular person, I'm not gonna say his name, I'm gonna call him Bozo. Remember, he said, yeah, I'm friends with Larry. Yeah, I talked to Larry. Yeah, I talked to Angelo. Let that sink in, everyone. Let that sink in. Because I am pissed. And for his followers, if you are watching, a shame of yourself. A shame on you for getting him to New York to give this man money. Shame on you. Y'all need to pray. Y'all need to wake up. We're not talking about R. Kelly. We are talking about Robert Slvester Kelly, the man. And it's not right. It's not. And I am pissed. I am pissed. It's not fair. So what I want to say, like I said, y'all better wake up and see who's in that picture. Pay attention to it. DJ, man, you keep doing what you're doing. We're going to keep doing what we're doing. This fight ain't over with, bro.
It ain't over.
It ain't over with. And to everybody, I love every single one of y'all. And we ain't going to fight. We're going to continue to fight. We're going to fight even harder. And for the naysayers, I'm going to say it like this. If you against Rob, it is what it is. But right now, Bozo, man.
Yeah, whole bitch ass nigga.
Have mercy on your soul, sir. You reap what you sow. Remember that. Bozo, I'm sure everybody's going to screen record. You reap what you sow from Big Marshall. Trust me and better believe that. I love every single one of you all. I'll holler at you, D.
All right, bro. That bitch ass nigga. He a whole bitch nigga. Yeah. So that thought. Give me a second, y'all. Now remember that bitch ass nigga gonna say, it's gonna always be a R. Kelly defense fund. You faggot ass nigga. You a whole bitch. I'm gonna get this audio cleared up. Let me get a sound check. Parents drove their fucking daughter 8 hours to this man. They ain't charging them for none of that sex trafficking. So I'm trying to see how the fuck they was kidnapped and they drove their daughter. I don't understand this shit. Wow.
Let me see. All right.
Hello. Hold on.
I don't like the way this sounds. That's team truth behavior right there. If you got incriminating videos against Rob, it could put Rob over. That's bad. It's not against Rob. I want to be certain that you all understand what kind of man y'all have called God, your leader, the face of this movement, the one that made it all about him. I want y'all to hear this tidbit right here. And I got more, plenty more, but I'm going to just give you this. Did you hear that? What I should do is release these videos. But if I do that, the feds gonna be like, oh, we got robbed. Let me take it back. Because I want to make sure that it's clear. I want y'all to hear this. Let me see. That is channel 5. Let me see. All right.
You know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do, y'all? You know what I'm gonna do, y'all? You know what I'm gonna do? And then Blockbender asked him, he said, my question is, what is you doing with her? He said, that sounds like some Team Truth shit. You know what I'm saying? Remember, he always said he Dream Team, but he Oak Cove affiliated. Yeah, you from B-More and all that old shit. Okay. All right. Yeah. I'm a pay somebody to clear this up for me so y'all can hear this man voice, since he's saying, oh, it's muffled, it's this, it's that. This nigga was never for R. Kelly. Him and any other motherfuckers, they was never for that man. That's crazy. This is unbelievable, man. Boy. And y'all motherfuckers talking about doing the rally now. All you motherfuckers that's talking all that shit. That's when the fuck y'all should be really rallying right now to the goddamn Supreme Court. That's what the fuck you should be rallying at right now. It's crazy. Crazy. Go ahead, Nate.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, because I wasn't really paying attention to the R. Kelly case for the for the last for nearly a year, because I was in the hospital because my kidney had failed or whatever. But if I'm not mistaken, they already have found him guilty.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, on all counts.
Well, they already had sentenced him yet?
No, they didn't sentence him yet, man. Hey, man, yeah. Listen to me, Nate. No disrespect, bro. Just get well, man. It's gonna be all over the blogs, man. I'm just right now, they found the man guilty on all accounts, or whatever the case may be, but it's some players in this shit, man.
Yeah, because I had felt a little unease.
There's some players in this shit.
Yeah.
There's some players in this.
Yeah, because I had to bring this back up. But you remember 2 years ago when you first came on the I think you said what you said. Actually, you was actually telling the truth. People think that you was against R. Kelly, but you was actually telling the truth the first time. They didn't like the fact how R. Kelly got acquitted in 2008. You know what I'm saying? And they try to get him back about what's going on right now.
That's all it is, man.
Yeah, but they doing him like they're doing Bill Cosby. Now I don't know whether they're going to appeal it or not, but the government, the whole goal was to find him guilty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so my thing is, I just hope that he'll probably get 2 or 3 years or whatever.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but don't he still got a case in Minnesota in still Chicago?
Yeah, he do.
Well, that's all I was calling. To find some clarity on whether or not they have found him guilty or not. But I'll talk to y'all later.
Yeah, shout out to Kenny. He still did a good job, man. He got a grounds for appeals. He really got a ground for appeals, man. If nothing else, he got a ground for appeals.
Yeah, but they're gonna pay. With Dana and all the others that was involved with this takedown. Oh, they're gonna pay for that.
Now watch this bitch nigga run with this defense fund bullshit again, man. And that nigga said, it's gonna always be an R. Kelly defense fund.
Yeah.
He said that shit talking to Larry, man. I never forget this bitch nigga saying that shit. Like he knew something.
Yeah, because he was up there, man. When he first got up,
Who got that?
Like channel.
I think I got that. I gotta find it somewhere, man. I got it. I think I got that part when he was talking to Larry. Larry said, "Man, we know you ain't got nothing to do with the defense fund. You know that's over with." He said, "No." He said, "Man, it's gonna always be a defense fund."
Yeah, because I could tell that he was lying. When he was first on Phases, you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my thing is, but I'll touch it later, and I'll get back in and finish listening.
All right, brother.
Okay, bye.
Yeah. And Dana J bitch up there is clout chasing again, running up behind lawyers. You a bitch, nigga. You a bitch. Bitch ass. For a new season of his podcast, Chasing Life, where he explores science-backed solutions. Let me go to somebody's channel, man. Chasing Life on Spotify or your favorite podcast. This bitch nigga. It's hard for everyday people to get access to conspiracy. All these motherfuckers, these are bullshit. Shh. All because these motherfuckers couldn't get no fucking money from this nigga. They couldn't get no fucking money from this man. The fucking parent drove the fucking daughter and they ain't get charged for shit. They ain't get charged with nothing. You drive your daughter back to the man to be with the man, and y'all ain't get charged with no Mann Act, no sexual trafficking, no nothing. What the fuck system is we? It's Levi now. It's Levi and Dana. Them the bitch motherfuckers wanted that goddamn sequestered jewelry bullshit. Them the motherfuckers that was sending all that goddamn shit to them fucking state's attorney and the government for them to get that fucked up ass sequestered jewelry bullshit. Yeah. It's crazy. They was sending all that shit to the goddamn government, you bitch made ass niggas. And then they want to blame it on the R. Kelly supporters and want to blame me. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all still some bitches. It's all good. Unfucking believable. One man. He the only man in jail, and they charged him with a racketeering, which they saying his bodyguards, his this, that stuff helped him, and ain't nobody charged with R. Kelly. Y'all serious? Let me go to somebody's channel real quick.
Hi guys, it's time to trash the treadmill and those long, boring cardio sessions.
Just like, all right, that's why, yeah, I'm sorry, Nick, I didn't want to interrupt. Go ahead.
All right, well, I want anybody, because I see a lot of pushback in the chat. I want to bring up somebody who wants to basically combat what you are saying. So if there's anybody who is hearing what she's saying and you don't agree with her take, I'm going to take you first. So whoever clicks on next, that lets me know that you want to basically respond to what she's saying. And I'm going to bring you right on to basically respond to what she's saying and go from there. Basically respond to what she's saying, and I'm going to... You got to cut it off in the back.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you got to cut it off in the back.
Okay. I'm in. Okay. Well, I feel what Demetrius Jones is saying, about... Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I feel what she's saying about, showing, acting fast and, showing out in front of men. And like I said, I feel like majority of these girls did know what they were doing. And I feel like the parents should be at fault as well. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Not justifying what R. Kelly...
Wait, I'm gonna pause you right there.
Okay.
So you sound like you agree with her. I'm gonna let you speak, but just hold on 1 second. I want somebody who disagrees. Nino, do you agree with what she's saying?
Not really. I mean, for me, how I see the outcome and following this case, so through the whole trial and everything, like I sort of kind of agree with her, but then I disagree with her for the majority of it because I don't feel that any black man, not just to say just R. Kelly, I don't feel that any black man should have to go to jail and be accused of allegations when you have no physical proof. Like I was just listening to the lead district attorneys and Homeland Security and everything like that. Like this was nothing but a grab. Like they wanted to reunite themselves with the community based upon their testimony after court. Like it was too many flaws in this case to where you got Jane Doe who did countless interviews, Faith Rogers who also did countless interviews, debunking everything that they said. And a lot of people don't know that the Mann Act was made to convict black people. It's been around since 1911, and it was made for this famous boxer. I forget his name. Judge Joe Brown was just talking about it the other night. But it was made to outlaw and convict black men from being able not to sleep with white women. And R. Kelly's being charged with the Mann Act, and we're talking about black girls. You understand what I'm saying? So, like, everything that has gone on in this...
Wait, I'm going to pause.
Go ahead.
So, you only disagree with the part that he should be in jail. That's the part that you disagree with.
I totally disagree. Like, when it goes to the point...
You disagreed with her...
Oh, no, I can't totally disagree because it wouldn't make sense. It just wouldn't make sense. Like, you can't come out and say you were a victim, but then you can go ahead and you invoke your own words under oath. The grand jury's testimony is completely different than what you got up in front of the government and said. Then that would lead a lot of people to like turn a blind eye. Not to mention that we got the judge also who helped the prosecution big time. If you stay anywhere into the transcript, every time the defense ran up in those victims to discredit them, sidebar, objection. So R. Kelly gonna get an appeal. It's just unfortunate that, we gotta sit down like Bill Cosby. It's real unfortunate that he gotta sit down like Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby was done the same exact way, by our government.
All right, I'm gonna pause you because I want to get difference of opinions. Eliza says that she disagrees with both of you.
All right, yes, I disagree with both of y'all. I'm not saying that a black man should not be held accountable for what he did. This man for years has been putting poison in the black community through his music, inspiring people to be pedophiles, sexually lascivious business. They just want to go out there and go fuck something when they hear this music. And I don't like the fact that he did that. I grew up on R. Kelly. I grew up in the South where there ain't nothing but Boosie fans and R. Kelly fans. And every single time I see a person at the cookout, I already know what they about to go do. They about to go get something on and pray on whatever it is that is. His music is poison. And of course it's gonna swipe away small little kids. And I'm not saying that the victims should not be held accountable, because they should be held accountable because of the fact that
now they want to say music.
If
that was the case, they might as well lock a whole lot of people up. Listen, y'all, this shit is wicked, man. What's so crazy? What's so crazy is, now y'all making it seem like now you. So you telling me people can't make sex songs, and women can't be attracted to people because they sing sex songs? Ain't got nothing to. Oh my God, this. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Man, it's crazy. Yeah, but they can listen to Body Yaddy Yaddy. So they telling me sex can't sell no more, huh? Man. These rappers and yeah, Cardi B and all the motherfuckers better watch the fuck out. Because if they doing this to R. Kelly talking about the music and the sex and all that old shit, what about the shit that people wear for the videos? Man, this fucked up ass country, man. This shit is fucked up, man. Damn. Yeah, she did. Yeah, she did. I remember that too. She said it. You're right. She said it. And that's when they all in New York right now should be screaming free fucking R. Kelly while they ass down there clout chasing and shit. This one the motherfuckers should be down there screaming free R. Kelly. The government is bullshit. You want to shine now, goddamn it, while you're down there. And this old faggot ass nigga, Gamma J, bitch ass nigga. He still will always be a bitch nigga. Man, they got her crying, man. Hello. What's up? And they found him guilty on all charges. Yeah. Yep. Oh, he go get it back in the appeal. Yeah.
Well, people didn't understand the damn thing about London society. They think it's the bill, you know they're going to do it to our Kelly. You don't want this court. This past court is supposed to be real court where the judges make the decision. Because everything they did in this trial was wrong.
Well, y'all still in New York. Rally right now. Rally in front of the judge. This one y'all really supposed to go crazy. Shit. And I still wish that bitch ass nigga Angelo would get on live and say anything. Still send me his fucking video. Cause you still a nigga that need to be held accountable too, just as well as Alice ass. Fuck out of here. You motherfuckers did all shit, this shit to take a black man down because y'all motherfuckers is broke. Cause you motherfuckers is broke. Broke ass motherfuckers. Broke motherfuckers trying to get rich off a goddamn celebrity. It's gonna be all right, Sylvia. Keep y'all head up, man. Goddamn girl said she already knew where the fuck her parents knew where she was. That don't mean shit either. That's crazy. Wow. I'm ready.
say, daughter, I want you to go and start writing R. Kelly. You know, because I got to keep. Right, Angela's on Whitney right now. Okay, y'all. So I'm going to shut this down and go to Whitney then.
Fuck Angelo.
Y'all, that's my take on what happened today.
He's still a bitch.
Guess what?
He's still a bitch.
Hallelujah.
Who your ass,
Hallelujah.
bitch? Get out of here, bitch. He's still a bitch. He's still a bitch. Angelo's still a bitch. He's still a bitch. He know he set him up. He's still a bitch. The world know he set him up.
Like yourself, you know, all of, you know, the backbiting, the shaming.
Boy, shut up. Shut your bitch ass up. You still a bitch. You still a bitch. You a broke ass bitch ass nigga. Yeah, we my ass. Yeah, I know. He know.
Yeah, you breaking up.
Yeah, I bet he is breaking up. He know what time it is, man. Y'all stop playing.
Hello?
You know what time it is.
Yeah, we here.
Hello?
Yeah, bitch ass
We
nigga.
here.
You still a bitch.
Hello? We can hear you.
You still a bitch. You still a bitch.
Angelo?
You a broke ass bitch ass nigga.
Oh, he keep going in there, but we gonna
Man,
get
I'm
it.
not even thinking about no goddamn rents. We gonna get to that shit later, man. I'm talking about what's going on right now. You still a bitch, Angelo. I don't give a fuck wherever you go. You still gonna be a bitch ass nigga.
Angelo, can you hear us?
All because he couldn't get no money off of R. Kelly because he couldn't invest in your motherfucking business.
Tell him just to speak.
Yeah,
we can hear him.
God didn't want him to speak because he knew he lying. He know he lying. God ain't want Angelo to speak. He knew he lying. He know he's a lying motherfucker.
Cut it, child, please. It's too late. Child, please. Okay, child, please.
Whitney,
all right.
Shut your ugly
ass.
ass.
Okay. Like that's no. It wasn't even. He done told this story over and over and over and over.
Because he told a story, that don't mean it's the truth. The government is flawed. Let me say something to you, stupid motherfucker. The government is flawed, and we all see that. We watch the shit. You motherfuckers want to sit up there and make it seem like he did something spectacular. Man, all they did was conspire against a black man. That's all the fuck they did because they couldn't get what they want out of him. Period. Yeah. Yeah. These trumped up charges and trumped up cases because that bitch ass nigga got Asriel to flip. I mean, just keep this shit all the way real, man. Y'all acting like he did something spectacular, man. Your daughter will always still be a snitch, no matter how he look at it. You know what I'm saying? All because you motherfuckers couldn't get what y'all wanted. Period.
Guilty on all charges, and we have questions like this. It's just ridiculous.
Girl, shut your ass up. Shut your ass up. The parents should have been charged too. The parents should have been charged. If y'all go charge R. Kelly, you should have charged the parents too, because she drove the goddamn daughter 8 motherfucking hours back to R. Kelly. So you tell me where the fuck is the sex trafficking shit at? The man sent her home. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, let's just keep this shit all the way real. But you motherfuckers don't want to hear that shit. It's okay for somebody to take their child back to a motherfucker and still charge the motherfucker with Mann Act. Boy, get y'all ass up out of it. Fucked up ass system. Get y'all stupid. They sound stupid in a motherfucker. The parents do got something to do with it. Fuck is you talking about? Fuck is y'all talking about? And our career still gonna be shot. You motherfuckers can't make a motherfucker buy an album from her ass. Ain't nobody fucking with her in the industry, man. Straight up. Ain't nobody fucking with her in the industry. Y'all got the game fucked up. Motherfuckers, man. They gonna go to the Supreme Court, but it's all good. Kel's gonna get up out of this still. It's all right, Kels. You still coming home. You still coming home. Motherfuckers. Mad because they couldn't get none of that $5,000 and shit like that. Just lied. They just straight lied in the fucking court, and they found this man guilty with lies. They found R. Kelly guilty with fucking lies. Lying. Man, say that again, man. Yeah, she didn't want them damn parents to be brought up.
It's the ignorance for me. It's the ignorance for me.
Oh, shut up. Get up out of here. Nobody want to hear that shit either.
Hi, I'm Michelle Bosch.
And I'm Jack Bosch.
And we're the co-creators of the Land Profit Generator Method. And we want to invite you to our 5-day Land Profit Masterclass where we're going to be.
Like, they were saying that a lot of inmates were saying, hey, you're not teaching us nothing. We don't got no schools. We don't got nothing going on here. So they just took the R off of it. It's just CDC now, California Department of Corrections. So that's not even a conversation about rehabilitation no more. For the most part, you know, prisons, county jails, and all those systems are set up for like just straight punitive now. It's all about punishment, and you're going to sit in there and give away some of your time for the crimes that you did. You know, but as far as Brother R. Kelly, you know, if he see this or some way he see this, now I still love you, bro. It's not from a musical standpoint. It's just from a brother. You know, a brother who made a mistake just like you. I'll take that back. Time out. A brother who has made mistakes against the law, like you made mistakes against the law. And, you know, I've been redeemed. I've been to prison 3 times, but I've been redeemed. I'm a whole different kind of spirit right now. So, you know, I just hope, bro, you know, you find your way. You know, maybe in jail you become this great preacher that you was meant to be. They all will still be loving your music out here. They all will still benefit from your bullshit and all the things that you left on the other side of the bars. Everybody else gonna still benefit from. Whether they call you a pedophile or whatever they call you, they're gonna still play R. Kelly at night. They're gonna still play R. Kelly in the bars, wherever they're gonna play him at.
Yep, and I'm gonna have an R. Kelly party tonight.
Man, I just wish y'all get y'all spirit right, get right with God, because God ain't really playing with nobody. And all these distractions, number one, is kind of like the internet and all these little Instagrams and everybody's life being so exposed, they kind of throw you off your rocker and throw you off track. But try to stay focused, man. And if God is talking to you, man, do what He say, man, because when God go ahead and lay down that hand of judgment, it's gonna probably be public, but it's gonna dang sure be heavy. That's my take.
So let me read some of these super chats. Thank you, Alfila. Let me bring you down real quick. Let me read some of these super chats. Bless365 sent in a super chat and said, "He without sin cast the first sin. The same measures you use to judge will also be used against you on Judgment Day." Thank you, Bless365 for sending in that super chat. C Squared sent in a super chat that says, "I think he should get like 5 to 20 and register as a blank offender like everybody else." Okay, and then Berica says racketeering charges can amount up to 20 years in prison per offense/charge.
How could one person get it?
Self-inflicted. He should have learned.
I'm still trying to understand how could one person get a racketeering charge.
Berica, thank you for sending that in. Now, let me, I'm going to come back to you, Alfila, and bring you up, but I want to hear from more people. So I'm going to take priority to.
Fuck it. I don't want to hear your shit. Somebody put my disclaimer. That's when they should be rallying right now. While they talking, they should be screaming free R. Kelly still at the loud of their fucking lungs, man. Yeah, it's all good, man. It ain't over. It ain't over. Angelo still ain't gonna be shit. His daughter still ain't gonna be shit. They still on that money hungry shit. We saw what went down in the courtroom. They should have been in jail. Period.
Odds are you're working way too hard to make money. A lot of people think you need to create the next Supreme, or you need to invent some rebel.
The stuff that they was putting out there was dumb.
Girl, shut up. Your views still ain't going up, so you can stop it.
That's what they Peter said. Didn't Peter say that Robert's going to need a lot of money? He said it. He said it. Now this is the time when Robert needs a lot of money that Peter was asking about. He said Robert's going to need a lot of money. This is appeal. Big fun. Work with the media, hey. Now, y'all, this is the time for us to get together for real, y'all. We can't play that division anymore. We cannot play this division at all. We cannot. We have to come together. 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 Do you understand? We have to come together. We have to come together, y'all. We have to.
People just don't get it. People want him to be guilty so bad. Like, why? What the fuck you want him to be guilty so bad for? As you can see, all those women wanted to be there. They didn't have to be there. What the fuck point? How do you not? Where do you not get that? How can you not get that? They wanted to be there. He wasn't fucking kidnapping these people and making them be around him. Are you fucking serious? Weird. People is really weird. But, you know, I'm not even into trying to convince dumbass people of something that's...
Their version of it. Continuation of it.
Absolutely not. Can you guys back up? You guys are calling. You back up, you guys. Look. Have some respect and let's get
some Hollywood playing security.
I say speak up here.
Why don't you stand on the bench? Racist! You got Danny J bitch ass up there trying to play security. Man, these people.
After witnesses giving 3, 4, 5 different versions as to what they said happened here. The government cherry-picked the version that they thought would be a continuation of the narrative that was first put out by Cheryl Mack and Savani Norton. And they cherry-picked the version and ran with that version. They totally ignored the inconsistencies that all of these witnesses gave.
The show did.
They tried, and I guess they successfully did it, was to massage it. But it's a situation wherein I don't know if I'm more disappointed in the juror's verdict or the government's action in this case. Thank you very much. I'm sure we'll be I'm sure that we're going to pursue his appellate rights and hopefully what was the reaction?
You got here Janet out there saying justice for Robert Slvester Kelly, man. This one they all should have been yelling. Still not going to excuse all the shit that's been going on for the last 2 years. Yeah. I know y'all mad. We still screaming free R. Kelly over here, so I don't know what the fuck y'all thought. The parents still ain't gonna never be shit. We still found out a lot more than we knew 2 years ago on how much the parents played in the part. We still know the fact that Alice still had her phone, pretending that her daughter was 18 years old. That's not gonna go away. So any motherfuckers should be getting some charges. They ass should be getting charged. They should be getting some charges. You know? Man, well, it's people with a lot of other mentions. Get them out of here. Hey, Nicole, let me explain something to you. That coming in there screaming guilty, guilty, guilty shit don't mean nothing. And if y'all ain't blocking these haters, what y'all got wrenches for? Explain that. Y'all mad because we still screaming free R. Kelly over here. It's a sham. It was bullshit. Straight up. Parents still ain't shit. Still ain't shit. The fact that we know more than what we knew 2 years ago on how a pivotal point that the parents played a part in this demise scheme, it still sets some tone in this for an appeal. Period. Man, stop talking about a wrench, Vesta. I'm not even thinking about no wrenches right now. I ain't thinking about no wrenches, man. Straight up. Yeah. For real. Like that. Yeah. We still know more than what we knew 2 years ago. Oh, it's far from over. He's going back on the appeal. Now we just got to pray that this won't have an effect, you know, on what they're trying to do in Chicago and in Minnesota against this man. Straight up. This is a black man's lynching like a motherfucker. For real. All these motherfuckers talk to the goddamn government but screaming free R. Kelly. Get the fuck out of here. You people gotta be crazy, man. Hold on 1 second, y'all. No, you good. Hold on, give me something to drink. All you motherfuckers screaming free R. Kelly, but all of y'all talk to the motherfucking prosecutors and the government and all that old goofy ass shit, man. You motherfuckers shit. You Winner never quit, a quitter never win. That's what I was talking. And I said, man, they asking for transcript. Let's hope that the transcripts was in favor of R. Kelly. No, it's not over. Hey, Provoke, I'm gonna drop the link for you, bro. It's not over. It's not over. Trust me. The system is flawed like a motherfucker. Oh yeah, they go get an appeal. Man. So now they saying it's okay to lie. It's okay to lie in front of the government. All this old bullshit. Bodyguards, managers, he the only one charged. Wow. Nobody go to jail but R. Kelly. Man, they don't give a fuck about our constitutional rights, man. Not just the black man. They don't give a fuck about our constitutional rights. All right. There go the link. Where you at? Yeah. What's up, Forensic Tech? Yeah, he come back on the appeal. But see, let me say this, y'all, and they're gonna try to take this and take it to Chicago and try to convict this man and double jeopardy this man. That's what they're gonna try to do. So they could try to fuck with that grounds of appeal. All right. That's what they're gonna try to do. Angelo can never tell me he care about black men. He can never tell me that. He can never tell me he care about black men. You let them white motherfuckers use your ass, you dumbass nigga. You never get no respect from me. Never ever. Yeah, Chris. It's seeing it on appeal is good. Right? But the fact that he still got other cases, we don't want this shit to become really no lynching. So they feel like New York found him guilty. Now Chicago could find him guilty, and Minnesota could find him guilty. For real. And that's what they're gonna try to do, man. The system is so flawed.
Yo, what's going on, black man?
Man, brother, we didn't just witness lynching at its all-time high, man, in front of the government.
Oh, you better believe it, man. That's what it is. It's been a public lynching. It's been a Me Too situation, man. It's just all across the board, man. We had to realize one thing's for sure, and two things are for certain. When you black, you can't get white. And when you black in this system, if they say you did that shit, you did that shit.
Hi, DJ.
Yeah. Hey.
Oh man, this is messed up. This is really messed up. You know, I have my own channel. I'm trying to get that off the ground. So I've been talking about this. But like I said, I blame the parents for this, but they're
Wait,
not the
wait,
ones
wait,
going.
wait. Before you do all that, tell them what's the name of your channel.
It just says
Put it.
Tanya Hicks on it. That's all.
All right, y'all. Put Tanya Hicks in the channel in the
Yeah,
chat.
I just like to say, the parents should be up on charges, but they're not the ones going to jail. You know, they're not the ones going to jail, and that's what stinks about the whole thing. You know, but I hope, you know, I don't know, the system, the 7 men, 5 women must have said something into that. Somebody must have had to hold out on that in that jury room there, GJ. You know, somebody must have
Yeah,
had
but
to hold out.
we've seen it all, man. That's why I don't like to get too excited about nothing. You know what I'm
That's why I don't
saying?
want to be a juror, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, this is why I don't really get too excited on nothing, man. I still feel they should have found them not guilty. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, that's why I kept telling people, man, you know, and I said this and I said, listen, y'all, yeah, they asking for, you know, transcript. We better hope the transcript is in favor of R. Kelly and not the motherfucking alleged victims.
Yeah, this thing's in. I guess they showed that docu series and everything else, but you know, I don't know what's going to happen to him in Chicago. At least it's not here in Jersey. But I just wanted to say hi to you, DJ, and you keep up the good work, okay?
All right. Where
Bless
you
you,
at?
Dyke. Huh?
I was talking about bless you too, sweet. Thank you for coming on. Come
Oh,
on
I just
back,
wanted to
Provoke.
cheer you up anytime, DJ.
All right. Thanks.
Bye.
Yeah. I think he having problems. Yeah, they just want him to do some time. The government needed a win. But let me say this for y'all that don't understand. Uh, give me a second, man. You know what? Angelo helped lynch a black man, all because he didn't deal with his business. He's a black man lyncher. He should have been born white. All right, we're gonna get back on. Give me a sec.
Yeah, man. What's going on? I had to switch devices real quick.
It's all good.
You know, I was sitting there at the gig, man, and you know, it's been a funny weekend to me because I'm sitting up here and I'm thinking, okay, you sent these people home from what we found out from, you know, the reporter for the hip hop, you know, whatever, they skewing the narrative. You know, they twisting the narrative up.
Right.
You know, knowing that these people at the house. So, it's you know, you don't want to give people that much amount of time to think nothing over or get that phone call that they wasn't supposed to get, or, you know, have a daughters, you know, they got their opinions to have them or make decisions based on stuff like this, man. I can't believe that jury came back with a guilty verdict and can safely say they based it on the facts of the case.
No, they didn't.
I can't see it when we saw what we saw and we looked at the transcripts, and I don't give a damn if you biased or not, you know, towards R. Kelly or against him. When you look at that shit and you see that a female can't remember from 1 minute to the next what they supposed to say and how they supposed to say it, I got a problem with that shit. I really do. Now, if you look at it closely, man, this was a conviction that had to be had. Reason why is because of the simple fact that they lost Bill Cosby. They lost him because they played the same tricks in the same games. And the same thing is going to happen here. You better believe it, because let us not forget that from the beginning of this shit to the very end, they violated this man's rights.
Yeah.
From the beginning
and
of
Judge Ed Dunley should be held accountable too, man.
From beginning to the end. You calling sidebar?
The judge was biased. Yeah, the judge was biased. She went too much for the government than the defense. Like you say, too many objections. But let me say this here to you, bro. It's not the same. Bill Cosby case and R. Kelly case is not the same. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why it's not the same. It's not the same because Bill Cosby never went to court for anything. Okay? So it's not the same. R. Kelly went to court in 2008. So they trying to revert right back to 2008 to bring present. And it's not the same because Cosby only had it with these selective women or whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. And then he didn't have cases in different states. See, what they trying to do now is, now that they found him guilty in New York, they want to find him guilty in Chicago. They want to find him guilty in Minnesota. You follow what I'm saying? Now, I don't know. Hey, Mr. Fofo Smile. I don't know how many states he was in that they was trying to charge him with. I'm just speaking, freestyling, because I thought it was just one particular. It was just some women. They ain't giving no state charges and all that. Right. I mean, and it's so crazy. I'm like, how the hell could you possibly have believed anything that came out of Asriel's mouth? Lied, man. Lied. I mean, how could you believe it? So, I know it's certain tricks, and you never know what a jury gonna hang their hat on. You never know. You know what I'm saying? They could have hung their hat on some straight bullshit. Well, okay. Go ahead, go. Well, they did. He did fly him in and out, but that's not racketeering, bro. I mean, damn, shit. I'm sitting up here and I'm thinking about this thing real hard, and I'm like, oh shit, man, Chris Brown, you better watch the fuck out. Trey Songz, you better watch out. Man, they all better watch out. Jacquees, all the motherfuckers, man. Rapper, you better watch your back. The motherfuckers, they better watch out, man. They all better watch out, man. You piss one of these females, it's over with for you.
How you doing, brother?
What's going on, my man?
I was telling them from the stuff that you voicing. What you have to do is put in a motion to set aside the verdict to voice these issues. What you saying, far as not sequestering the jury, so you can have these on file as well.
So when you get a verdict come in, right, and you get the verdict, you could put in a motion to set aside the verdict to show the judge that there was bias and that there was prejudice involved. So now that the judge got to look at that motion and basically give an order off the motion. So he can even put all the things like I said, like he said, the jury should have never been sequestered because of all the media that was inside all the media aspects.
Go ahead.
What happened to my man?
I don't know. He showed speaking some facts though. Yeah, they don't want this to get out.
No, they don't, man. Hell no.
He's still coming home, man.
Oh, he'll be back. I kind of like how he come. I done seen him on a couple of platforms, and he do come correct. So I'm really interested in hearing what he's saying. You know, but I didn't get that feeling that. Oh yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
So when you put in a motion to set aside the verdict, they got to base all these things that what we saying so they won't lose this evidence. They got to put in why the jury wasn't sequestered. The jury should have had it been sequestered. That what the gentleman said about that they wasn't giving the media things when he got like that guy said on the media that they didn't get the media transcripts and everybody else got them. You got to put all this inside of a motion to do all your things that you can do now so you won't lose them in an appeal. And I believe that he can get that to set aside the verdict. So that's what we all looking at. So now this is when you see if the judge is up to her now to say, did she see any foul play? And now they got a basis. So now once we go through that, and then he can get it set aside the verdict. Like Chauvin just put in a motion for appeal stay. So now they want to put in a motion to file for an motion for an appeal so he can get a stay so they can look at it and start the appeal process right now. Does that make sense?
Yeah, makes sense, brother.
So now in a law perspective, he can even get the judge to look at everything we saying that what the jury did and how they shouldn't have been sequestered and all of this we saying. They must they must put in a motion today, tomorrow. So when the verdict comes down, like what that verdict was, so the judge can set aside the verdict and render her, so she can set that verdict aside and render that verdict could be thrown out. So they can get the verdict thrown out, but like he said, it got to be off the jury sequestered and all the media hype and why they should set aside the verdict. And that's what you can go on right now.
I mean, my man, and on some real shit, you can't make me believe that you ain't have one juror that was like, oh shit, well, let me go rewatch Surviving R. Kelly over the weekend. Or one juror that got somebody that jumped in their ear and said some shit.
Now, I feel like this. I feel like it like this, what we can even take it a step further because you got to remember, it's their families as big influences as well. So we're going to send them home to their family because they said they can't watch it. But they family, they all brothers and sisters, they aunts, they uncles, whoever they talk to has an opinion, but we all going to base our opinion off something of what we see. They family seen it. So why would you even send them home to their family where you know they family, but then they're going to come back to this? Well, you know what, when we sent them home, the jury, there was no media hype over the weekend. There was no media coverage. Media don't cover stories over the weekend. So they're going to try to come back with that.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, they're going to come back. The judge will come back with this and say, well, when they did go home, there was no news coverage on the case. Nobody reported it. Everybody waited till Monday. So they're going to come back with that. But you still have to put that and send it to the appeal judge and let them determine, because there's no emotions or something when there are other people judging this case. There are grounds for an appeal, but so he won't lose all this evidence about the jury not being sequestered. He must put that in a motion right now today so he won't lose that evidence. Because if he don't do it, it's not going to go to the appeal process. He need to put everything inside the motion based on what you're saying, based on even though that it was no media coverage, they have to go to the store, they have to go to church, they have to go everywhere where over the weekend in my office alone, they was going to gather in women, battered women, and I couldn't even speak on it because it was in my office and somebody was giving it, and I didn't feel it, and I even helped.
What happened to him again? Shit.
Oh, he coming
Battered
back.
women, and I couldn't have been part of that because I felt that all this happened over the weekend. So in my office alone, so I imagine how many other people was on a weekend that you passed that was doing events for battered women over the weekend. Over the weekend alone, I seen that inside my office. So if I seen that alone, how many events went on over the weekend in New York alone? They always doing. That's one of the biggest media coverage areas. So you can't go nowhere outside of the media. So they family could go out. You could go out over the weekend. You can go to the supermarket. Everybody is talking about this case. Nothing but women. So now these people is going to local grocery stores where they speaking, not diplomatically, but corporate answers. It's like when you ask me, I'm in the corporate world, you ask me a corporate answer, I'm gonna give you a corporate answer. I can't give you the street answer because I can't give you the street answer. That's not a street answer. So when you go in these local areas and the moms and sisters, you got to be careful with what they be, around. So I
Right.
believe putting them in a supermarket that the jury had to go to the store. They had to go to the restaurants. They had to go along, and everybody's talking about this case in New York. I'm from New York. How else is billions of people in New York? So you're going to hear rumblings about it. So that's why the jury should have been sequestered, because if they would have stayed in a hotel, they wouldn't have been able to go out and be around a big cesspool in such a big meteorized case. So even though the news didn't show it, okay, y'all want to combat that. I'm going to combat what about her moms, her sisters, all the supermarkets that was talking about it, the gas stations, everywhere she went. And now they talking freely because they don't know she's the juror. So now once she walk in the supermarket and everybody say, yeah, R. Kelly's guilty, they don't even know she's a juror. She's in disguise. So now she able to hear all the cessness out here because nobody knows she's a juror. So if that lady in the supermarket saying, yeah, I hope they fire R. Kelly, she keep hearing this in the local stores and they don't even know she's a juror. So you telling people, you telling your immediate people, but nobody knows you's a juror. So when you get in that supermarket and everybody talking about how guilty he is, they don't even know they talking to the person that's about to judge his faith. So now the jury should have been sequestered off of that alone. I'm very intelligent to know
Absolutely.
that if nobody don't know you's an imposter, I could be talking to me. We all get criminal cases of talking around people we don't know that they imposters. Now this lady is an imposter. She works for the government, that she could walk out of here and listen to other people's conversations because we don't know she's a juror. So she should have been sequestered off that alone because
Right.
she's an
Give me a
imposter.
second. Give me 1 second, y'all. 1 second. 1 second. Now, which judges you talking about they should give it to? Ann Donnelly?
No, they got to put this in a
Oh
motion to
Lord.
give it to Anna
Just
Donnelly
go to
before.
Ann
That ain't gonna
Donnelly
work.
right answer that, man.
No,
That ain't gonna work.
listen. It's what I said. It may not work, but you have to give it to her so she can
For appeal.
deny it, so
For
it could
appeal.
go to the appellate. You have to.
Okay.
You
Okay.
cannot just, even though
You
the
can't sit
judges,
on it.
you're not talking to her now. And the last the updates, I didn't think they was talking to her then. I thought Kannick was been talking to the appellate division about three testimonies ago. I'm way ahead of y'all. I already knew
He
what
may
was
be.
the way he was talking to the appellate division. So when it goes to them, he puts everything on file. You must put it all in motion. You must do a habeas corpus. You must do everything. The best lawyer, if you feel it's wrong, put it in motion. If you feel it's wrong, let the appellate division decide about it. Because at the end of the day, like I said, this jury should have been sequestered because anybody can, that these people don't live in a Brooklyn neighborhood where everybody talking about it. They living in Ronkonkoma, New York. They living in Long Island. They living in Staten Island, nice neighborhoods. So when they go to their local shop rights, nobody knows they're a juror, so everybody's going to say he's guilty, and it's going to be in their head over the weekend, and they don't want to be known to be that juror in their neighborhood where they heard in their neighborhood the majority of people was leaning towards R. Kelly because of the media. So now we don't even know that there's a juror in my building. So now I'm sitting in the lobby saying, yeah, R. Kelly's innocent, but the jury is not in my building for me to even sway her.
Wow.
Y'all got to open up your minds when you say sequester a jury, why they say sequester. Because they are imposters, that we can give up information even to them on a case and they don't have to listen, but they can't tell us they're a jury. They can't just say, excuse me, ma'am, if they sitting at the local store and that lady saying, oh, Kelly's guilty, you think she could jump out and say, ma'am, you can't talk about that? Then she exposing her. She have to listen to everybody and what they say behind that counter. She's an imposter, and I don't want nobody around me like that, and I know y'all don't.
Oh, no, not at all.
We sitting around a person, imagine you sitting around your friend, and you don't even know he's a jury, and y'all just sit, he can't even tell y'all, and he's sitting with y'all, and y'all talking bad stuff, but he just can't tell y'all he's a jury.
You know, and it's all about public opinion.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna keep it 100. I don't think that throughout all of this shit, not even one of those jurors didn't hear or watch Surviving R. Kelly, hear anything in the media, watch the Gayle King interview, watch Surviving R. Kelly. You know, all of those different things that I know for a fact that it was so saturated in the media, and you saw it just as much as you were seeing other things that was more important. It was COVID and R. Kelly.
Brother, I think that at the end of the day, it's so precedent to where COVID actually set the precedent to be able to set unprecedented things.
Right.
And they use COVID to violate our constitutional rights. So a lot of constitutional rights that's being violated. Look at the Arbery case. What's the collateral damage on the Arbery case that they indicted the district attorney, and they arrested that guy and found out he should have never had the power to arrest. So now everybody that guy ever went to get for the district attorney is about to come home and get their curse overturned. So if you've been arrested in Glenn County, and I say this on his platform, put in your appeal right now, because you can get a turnaround because they just arrested the district attorney and the person that should have been. So all this collateral damage is our constitutional rights is being violated because of COVID, and they use COVID to distract us and say, okay, they acted like they was our friend with the George Floyd movement, and then bam, not knowing that they had something in the background about to take one of ours. Okay, guess what? We're going to federal charge George Floyd. Yes, we love the feds. And then we're going to sneak behind them and take R. Kelly. And that's the propaganda that they with. They made us look like they was for us. Meanwhile, they knew that at the end of the day, we gave y'all George Floyd, so y'all should be happy. No, it's sad that only way a black man can get off is he have a video.
And the only way he could be celebrated is if he dead, and maybe not even then. You know, and I can tell you for a fact, I could see the overplay for the underlay as you speaking that on it. You know, I can see it, because when you look at all of this and the way that it all went down, man, you had R. Kelly and Jussie Smollett right there, you know, in a situation. Then you see Jussie Smollett just got swept under the rug after he pretty much tried to cause a race war, you know, whatnot. So you got all of this shit going on, and then, you know, you see he gone, but he times up Me Too and all of them. So yeah, he gone. He out of there. He ain't got to worry about the fact that he clearly lied. But you got a man over here that's an icon that has done more in this life than a Jussie Smollett. But he's not your quintessential. He's not your agenda. We trying to put out a little Nas X, and we trying to, you know, do all of the, you know, bring forth the LGBTQ in music. We can't have a man that's singing about love and relations with women as a man. It has to be unisex music now.
It's sad that, like I said, it's sad that
It got to be unisex. It can't be. It's just, hey, we doing it, but you can't say, hey, girl. You know, the tripped out thing about it is you sit here and you listen to what has come of music in the last 3 years. What's come of it?
But me speaking from a legal standpoint,
Yeah,
I'm calling from a
keep it
legal
legal.
standpoint to be able to, I don't put no bullshit garbage out there to be able to sway the people. I always give people the things to put in their mind.
Yeah.
Every platform I'm on, you on some of the platforms I'm on, I'm always, put something in people's minds and speak from a legal standpoint because I don't want to be biased, but I want to be from
Absolutely.
a legal standpoint. And from a legal standpoint, once again, I believe they should put in a set aside verdict and voice this stuff to be able to not to lose it on appeal. Everything we saying should be on appeal. And it's sad that they was right. R. Kelly did need money. He had enough money for the defense, but he didn't have enough money for the shade rooms and all them big media
Or any PR
platforms
out
because
here.
these things take money, not knowing these social media platforms. They're just driven by money now after you get a certain amount. So they forget to where now it costs money and he didn't have money to send over a stimulus package to say sway me. And I just feel that I just think that the defense should have used the media a little bit more, leak some of that stuff to the media on a Jane Doe size to where, it could be talked about in the media like the government was doing play their game. Some of the things should have just been leaked like they did to where it could be able to be swayed. But once again, it was in the media. And once again, they chose Lifetime Channel to put the platform on because the media Lifetime is driven by women. It's driven by nothing but women. Men don't watch that. We don't watch that for nothing. So they looking for the audience was 40 and over to be able to say something was wrong. So all them jurors families watch Lifetime because the average Lifetime subscription is you could just get regular cable and get Lifetime. So when you're looking at Lifetime demographics, which I looked up, Lifetime demographics is anywhere from 35 and 40 years old, and they always putting up documentaries of missing kids and stuff like that. So from watching all them other shows on about missing kids and stuff like that, from you even watching that, Lifetime used their audience to sway people to balance the power of the media. Lifetime used their audience and a platform to be able to say, look at a woman platform. That's not a man's platform to where
Not at all.
it was demographically judged. Now if it was on a huge platform to like we could be able to watch it as a whole, when it came out, it went straight to Lifetime to where it found men. The reason why they got an Emmy because we went to see it. Men went to go watch Lifetime to just go watch it. So they got more men. This the first time they probably got more men to watch Lifetime in their time of being in business because of putting that on there. So now they got a huge following. Now their marketing went up. People was charging them for marketing, and other people want to put things on their platform because they're able to get viewers over the internet, and that gives them a way and monetize what type of stuff that they got to have on a platform to get over there. So it's all about a monetization to where they put it on that platform because they didn't want the men to see it. So they let our wife, our grandmother say, I was watching Lifetime. How many women you see say come to us and say they was watching Lifetime before? So at the end of the day, we get the Lifetime messages and information from a woman. So they put that on the demographics of a woman so they could be able to get that audience of women, and all the women watch Lifetime. So even if they feel that they didn't want to do it in his mind, like I said, it's a dirty game, but we must go ahead and adhere to what's going on and basically, make sure everything is up and up for what we do every day, and just open our eyes to what these people can do. It open our eyes to what can go on and what not go on. You
I
know what I mean?
mean,
And
we clearly witnessed a system fail.
we witnessed a
We
lynching.
witnessed it, but the world didn't really get a chance to see it.
Right, they
You
didn't
know,
see.
let's just be honest about that.
This wasn't justice, this was injustice.
Absolutely, it was a
But
railroad job.
But thank you for having me on, Tyson. And I appreciate you just for me to get the
Oh, I
message out there.
appreciate
You
you.
know,
Hey,
Man,
check this
love,
out.
dog.
Hey,
I'm
hold on
Mr.
for you.
444. I'm Mr. 444 Smiles. If you want to follow me and my
Hey,
subscribe to
follow
my
him,
channel.
y'all. Make sure y'all follow him. Hold on before you leave, Mr. Fofo Smile. I'm glad you came on my panel. I didn't know if you watching me because I don't know who watches me every now and then, but it's good to know that you be coming through or whatever in the bushes or whatever. Listen, now somebody, it's this lawyer. I don't know his name. The white guy, I guess he was doing I don't know if he mixed or whatever, but somebody will say my friend mom was a juror and she said she got a conviction from watching the news. So I don't know. Don K is over there. So I don't know if that's true or not. So we go have grounds to appeal. But let them keep talking, man. Just
Hey,
let them keep talking. Let them keep talking. If it be
run your
investigated,
mouth.
they go, hey, I don't know
Run
who
your
this.
mouth.
Her name
But like I
Yasha.
said, but like I said,
Yasha.
thanks for having me on, man.
All right, brother.
You know what? It is amazing, bro. I mean, and you know, you hate that a Bill Cosby done had to go through this, and you hate that a R. Kelly is going through this. Michael Jackson is going through this, but brothers, black men out here, man, we need to see the lesson in this.
Oh, it's a big lesson.
We got to see the lesson in this, man. You
And
know,
they need,
we as men have lost our way in so many different regards, you know, and it's sad to say that it's been predicated by our women, white society. You know, we are put in positions that no other race ever has to be put in. You know, you'll fall in love with a female, you might have a baby with her, and you could be working a job and just giving her cash in hand, bam, 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 baby girl, I got you. And then you'll look up and end up in court because of the simple fact that she went and got some food stamps and a damn check and didn't tell you shit. And she been getting this for years, for a couple years, and y'all still together and y'all kicking it, and she ain't letting her right hand know what the left one is doing. So then, if you get in there, of course you're gonna have to pay child support, and you know exactly what that is. That is a automatic case being put on you, which means that if you have any type of hiccup, any type of fumble in your life, you are going to jail. These are the simple things that they do because they you know, it's the Willie Lynch syndrome to where at the end of the day, I can't depend on you. I got to depend on white society to take care of me. And that's what happens to us.
Well, I already said, you know, the government, they trying to kill R. Kelly, man.
They are.
They trying to kill him, man. They want this man to be like Epstein and kill himself while he in jail. That's what they want. They want R. Kelly to commit suicide. They want him to kill himself while in jail. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Epstein did, you know, but it's all good. He coming home still. He coming here.
Oh, yeah.
So,
We
Lorraine.
ain't gave up on you, man. It's nothing.
IG, man. Follow me on IG. I think I'm going to talk about
It's nothing. You know, and now it's just time to galvanize the YouTube presence and everything. You know, it's time for, if he got anything like a fucking friend out there, they need to start opening up their damn mouth. You done kept your mouth shut too damn long. And that's a fact. You jump out when you feel like one of these YouTubers or one of these people out here done did you wrong, and you'll do a whole Instagram or a live or whatever, or you'll hide in the bushes. It's time to show up for your boy. All them niggas that was drinking his liquor and smoking his stove. All of y'all.
Mm-hmm.
All of y'all. Y'all sitting up in court. Say nothing.
Hey, Lorraine, let me explain something to y'all, man. You know, I know it's gonna take an appeal, but the scary part about all this in the appeal is that he still got other cases pending, you know, and it's called a domino effect that the government tried to do and that the world society try to do, which they already public opinionated this man, public convicted this man, and now they then took the public opinion and put it in the court of law, which was foul. You know what I'm saying? So that's the scary thing about all this. Yeah, he can go for the appeal, but it's what he got to go through to get the appeal first, because he still got other cases pending, and we don't want this guilty trigger effect to go along these lines to where when his appeal come, he got to appeal each case. You follow what I'm saying? You follow what I'm saying?
Oh, man, I got you.
You know, because that's what it seemed like, man. They was waiting on New York, and now the New York set the tone. Now they want to go try to get a conviction all around the board, so this man never see the day of light, man. And this is just some foul shit, man.
So this is what I think should happen. I think they need to go after the violation of his rights, and I think that need to fuck the appellant. It's time to talk to the Supreme Courts.
Yeah,
it's time to talk to them, because we literally watched it. We've listed it out over and over again. Everybody on YouTube about every single right that was violated. So we know this as American citizens. We're not sitting back stupid as American citizens and not knowing, what's going on. So at this particular point, I'm almost sure Devereaux Canick, who is a civil rights attorney, is all over this shit.
Yeah, he gonna be on it. But you gotta understand though, this just not affects R. Kelly. Like you say, it affects my son. It affects other people's sons and nephews and fathers and who knows, to say that it's okay to do what they doing, man. And then these big celebrities, man, they should be the ones that really, really they better get, man, they the
it's
ones
gonna be next.
It's gonna be your next big celebrities next, man. And seeing this public lynching right before our eyes, man, shit. Let me hit it. Hold on, let me see something.
As well as the judge, as we were familiar with Cosby. Although that judge, that devil, he waited 9 months to write a response, or maybe a little bit less than that, but he broke the law in doing that.
Hold on, I'm gonna try to get on this show.
Hearing too that the judge even changed an instruction of the indictment before the jury deliberated. He changed how it was in the bill of indictment on R. Kelly was, and that might be an issue. I've heard they were releasing information about R. Kelly, about prison guard, supposedly. That could also be an issue, but it depends on whether or not his attorneys actually also made an objection to anything on the record. If they objected to it and preserved the record, then they can bring that up on appeal. If not, then they would have formally have waived that right.
Right. And joining me now is Harvey from Your World, Your View. Harvey, I'm so glad you could join me. Last minute, welcome. I've been trying to get you on for a minute, so I'm glad you could come today.
Let me see, can I get on this live?
Yeah, how you doing, Gavin?
Who is that?
I was getting into it. I called
Some
Harvey.
lady.
I'm like, Harvey, did you see this? He's like, oh yeah. He's like, it's not even breaking, like in the news. It's just, it was a crawl. Isn't that what you said, Harvey?
Yeah, I mean,
Nicole's
usually, I'm gonna tell you when
Nicole's view.
Yeah,
That's my girl right there.
or bed. But R. Kelly
I'm fine.
R. Kelly found guilty. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I got a different feeling about this because R. Kelly was convicted the moment he did the interview with Gayle King. And then when they did that hit piece like they did on Cosby, that survivor R. Kelly, I'm like, oh, he's over with.
Hey, you jump in, man. I'm gonna get off and let you do your thing if you can get in, and if you still on, I'll get back on.
The 90s. They brought Aaliyah. Aaliyah's been dead 20 years. And all 20 years of Aaliyah, I don't remember everybody talking about, oh, poor Aaliyah didn't get respect. Oh, R. Kelly took advantage of her. Aaliyah was alive from 1994 to 2000. You mean to tell me her mom and dad and relatives didn't say, yo, R. Kelly's this monster? They went back and used a dead woman to convict him. Then they had the I don't want to use the term teeny poppers. My father called them teeny poppers. I'm being nice for saying that. They willingly went to this man. And then he had a bunch of sycophants and yes people around him giving in or allegedly giving in to his fetishes and his pleasures. The moment the money ran out, Okay, that's why I didn't throw him under the bus. John Legend participated in it. I even remember they had an interview with Dave Chappelle. They like, what do I have to say? I guess they think.
No, he said that in the comedy special. I'm sorry, Harvey, to cut you off. He said that in the comedy special.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. In the interview. No problem. He also said in an interview they approached him for the documentary.
Right.
And
I'm
I
trying
told
to
you,
get on the
if
show.
you guys follow me, the moment I told you what triggered this whole R. Kelly thing, and he was on SNL with Lady Gaga, and white folks said, nah, no way. And I told him, I said, he'll be the next one. I said, him and Bill Cosby. And I even said,
Hey, y'all, listen, man.
Prince didn't know he was going to die, but I said, they'll be the ones they go after. Because we have these black men who influence American culture at the top of it. I mean, R. Kelly can sing the ingredients off a box of cereal that sound hot. You know what I mean? And I mean, people think I'm being funny, but I'm telling you, he did a special on BET. I don't know if you guys remember, about 20-some years ago, where he made a song up about cheese toast. I kid you not, and it sounded cool. And everybody said you should put that to music. I mean, he's a talented man, but I think that he got screwed in so many ways because they know he's not well educated.
Right.
They know that the man didn't keep track of his reports. So let me tell you what's going to happen. They're going to come back to Illinois. They're going to find him guilty. After a year, he's in jail. Nobody does anything to him, or nothing mysteriously happened to R. Kelly. They're going to stop playing his music on radio again. They're going to stop streaming his music again. Why is this going to happen? Because everybody swapping down Michael Jackson, the worst of the worst. They still got his music on iTunes. Because people are going to make money off these black artists. Like Bill Cosby. Every time about Bill Cosby, give him some time. They're going to stop putting the stuff back on DVD again. And these other black artists that get caught up in it. My thing is, if you're going to go after R. Kelly, you better go after everybody.
Right.
You need to go after the parents. You need to go after the record executives. Even the young women. Yeah, and I'm going to tell you something.
Aaliyah's mother wasn't even called. I'm sorry, Harvey, if I could just.
No, go ahead.
Aaliyah's mother wasn't even called to testify, Nicole, in this case. That they're bringing this up. And I talked about it with Dennis. First and foremost, in a criminal matter, you have a right to confront your accuser. Sixth Amendment says you have a right confrontation clause. You have a right to confront who your accusers are and their witnesses. You have a right to
hey, y'all, I'm finna go on Nicole's,
witnesses testify.
Nicole's
Aaliyah, how can you confront Aaliyah 20 years later when she's deceased? You can't bring her mother on. Her father is deceased, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm finna go on Nicole's, what's her name? Nicole's view.
The pastor who married them, he testified, but the man, the backup singer who saw R. Kelly engage in this, she testified, saying she saw him performing a sex act on Aaliyah. My thing is, and I said this yesterday to Dennis, how come you didn't mollywop R. Kelly right then in that moment when you saw this shit?
Allegedly.
You had an opportunity, allegedly, but if you saw this, like what they said, they supposedly saw Michael doing stuff where, remember that maid that claimed that, although she was lying, they didn't do anything. You have an obligation, moral obligation right then and there. You could have prevented this and prevented possibly, allegedly, more victims from being attacked. So I don't know what to believe anymore when this stuff comes up. We're in the age of Me Too and time's up, although those are dying out. But I'm not surprised by this verdict. And, like you guys say, just watch the appeal. But Cuba Gooding Jr. better have some good representation.
Yeah, he's next. And I agree with most of you. I felt like once this documentary was put out there, that is when the campaign began. Like I said, I've always said, I'm not saying he's an angel. I'm not saying he's innocent. I know that R. Kelly knows he's done what he's done in the past. But when it comes to this current case, I don't believe any of it. I think it's a farce. I think it was all made up. I believe this was just a little win for the Me Too savages. Just a little win to put beneath them to just kind of, this was a win for them. But they should have won. As hard as y'all been going at them, you should have won. All the wicked, just corrupt things they do. You should have won. That's why it's no shock to us. This is what y'all do.
And I predict, I know I sound like I'm a broke record, think I know everything because I don't. but I do listen to pay attention patterns. I warned y'all way back in 2014. I said R. Kelly be the one they go after. It's easy for R. Kelly because of the jokes and things. See, let me tell you, when Bill Cosby, Michael Jackson, it didn't sound right because you got some of the most photographed men on video. You would have caught something. It was something that stood out to you. The reason why I got a different about R. Kelly because he could deny he won. In that video, he was with that teenage girl. I never forget it. When I first heard about it, they were selling video cassettes. I'll tell you how long ago this been. 1998, 99. They were selling video cassettes on the west side and south side of Chicago. I told my friends, like, you do know that's child porn, right? If you watch it. And I never watched it. I was in Iraq downloading music off Aries. They said R. Kelly greatest hits. So it finally downloaded. I think I'm gonna hear Your Body's Calling or whatever. I see R. Kelly standing there. I said, I hope it's not what I think it is. Now, from what I saw, and I'm not condoning what he did.
I'm going on this channel.
That girl did that before. She knew what she was doing.
Where's Joy
I
at?
forget how she was related to Sparkle, niece, cousin, whatever. You brought a teenage girl to a grown ass man, and you knew what he was into. She should be on trial too.
I'm gonna put this link in my chat. I want y'all to go to it.
In the last 3-4 years, they should be in jail. You let your minor child travel. Now, I don't know how. Let's put it like this: if you live in a city, I'm gonna just use it. Everybody lives in the city or suburbs, right? Think how far your suburban areas from your city. Usually, you gotta travel longer than 20 minutes, depending on where you're going. This dude had a house in the southwest suburbs. He was closer to Indiana than anything, right? You got girls who travel from the west side and south side Chicago. Either your parents took you to him or you got public transportation, called Metro or called a cab because at a certain time, the buses start running out in the southwest suburbs and the western suburbs. So that means adults was taking these kids. And what father, you're right, and I know that since the 1990s, there's been rumor, I'm still going to let my daughter go out with R. Kelly so she has a singing career. Yeah, there's a lot of people that need to be in jail, and then they made sure they get put under racketeering. They made sure they went to New York because they know that he had concerts in New York. Why did they go to Atlanta when he had residence in Atlanta? Because he had homes in Atlanta and Illinois. Why did he go to New York? See if the action said it in. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, finish your sentence, Harvey.
No, go ahead, Gavin. You're the lawyer. You can explain that better.
I want to ask Gavin about the RICO charge. One thing people keep talking about is how can you charge one person with a RICO charge? How's that possible?
Well, Judge Joe Brown even broke this down yesterday on infamous Sylvia's program. She's been covering R. Kelly as well. It's not necessarily uncommon to charge one person with a RICO statute, even though under a RICO, even though they're the only person there, because prosecutors, remember, have discretion. They have the discretion to charge, as many charges as they want and who they want to charge. Of course, it has to be supported by probable cause. So they can, per se, charge somebody with a conspiracy. For instance, now conspiracy and RICO are different things. Two different things, although they're similar. But with a conspiracy, you should be able to prove who I conspired with. Now, what might have happened is that some of the people who testified, like that guy who supposedly helped R. Kelly or Aaliyah get the wedding license, he should have been charged as a co-conspirator, if that's the case. But they probably also, Nicole, could have taken plea deals, for all we know, or agreed to turn state's evidence with the prosecutors. I'm not too fancy on exactly what happened behind closed doors. I didn't follow this case so much like I did with Bill Cosby, but that can be a reason why he was charged with that, and just him. I doubt, though, that I can say this, I believe wholeheartedly they're not going to try anyone else for that, just because they got the big fish, which is what they typically go after. When the feds charge someone, they normally have to have either political reasons for it, or they got you by the balls, excuse the expression, because they don't normally do anything like that. My thinking is that, again,
everybody go on her channel and tell her to put me on the panel. So this is how we're gonna do this. I'm gonna put the link in here. All of y'all go over there. Tell Nicole's View to put DJ Tyson on the panel.
Jury makeup was, and that would be important. But he has certainly grounds for an appeal if there were things that were done that should not have been done.
All right, I'm gonna put the link in the chat. Hold on.
Now, are they affected by Me Too and Time's Up? And by the way,
so listen, I gave her my email. She didn't. Y'all just go break it down from the beginning to now. That's why the dude said, excuse me, God bless me. That's why the dude said he ain't been following it. I've been following it. You know what I'm saying? So y'all go over there, tell her it's called Nicole's View to put DJ Tyson to the panel. And let me break some things down to these people, okay? I'm gonna put the link in my chat. Give me a second. Because it's like you said, we got to get the word out there. People don't know what they need to know because it's only one side and they being biased. It's like you said, we got to get the word out there. People don't know what they need to know because it's only one side and they being biased. My email is DJ Tyson. We got to get the word out there. People don't know what they need to know because it's only one side and they being biased. Y'all go to her channel. I'm finna sign off and go into her chat. All right. What they need to know because it's only one. Let's see. That's my email. Let me go on Nicole's channel. What's her name? Nicole's TV or something. What's her name? Hey, y'all go over in that channel, go in the chat, type in the chat, tell her to put DJ Tyson on her panel. Okay? I need all of y'all to go do that now. Hit that link right there I put in. I need y'all to go on this channel right here, y'all. I'm in the chat. Tell her to put me on the panel. All right? I'm talking to my peoples. Hey, y'all, go hit the link, go in the chat, tell Nicole to put DJ Tyson on the panel. I left my email there. Give her my email as well. All right. All right, y'all. I'm shutting this down for right now. We go chop it up some more. All right, I'm gone. What'd you say? Epsil's dead. I was watching Netflix, hit and run, thought I spotted him or maybe in the trunk. Yeah. All right, y'all, go over to Nicole's, what her name is. What's her name? Nicole something. I put the link, hit the link, y'all. I'm going over there right now. I'm coming down with a cold. It's weather changing down here.
Have at it. The thing is, R. Kelly's deemed guilty before he even got locked up. I mean,
All right, y'all. I'll see y'all later.